live now, baby.
Okay, so we live, and then I'm gonna start the recording in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You already know we here, the illest, the realest. You know what the deal is? It's your boy GDQ, baby.
I like how you do that throwback 90s
Every time.
reference. It's real Walter Ford. What's good with it?
Hey, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Mac 2301, Activated Podcast. We out here.
And it's time. We missed you.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I'm back. My bad. I celebrated 30th birthday, so
Yeah, this nigga getting old. Experience, excuse me, not old.
hey,
Experience.
it's all good though. It's all good. 30. The age is whatever you make it. Is what I've learned. You know,
bro.
It's not going to change my mindset on how I approach things and how I'm going after my goals, and how I carry myself. So
I feel that. You started this when you was 28, so shit.
But you
Yeah,
still
here we go.
old, son. You're 30 now, so I don't want to hear nothing, bro. Keep
What?
keep
Hell yeah.
talking yourself up, son. You still
Yeah,
30
I got-
years
I got
old,
the
bro.
prune juice on the way.
I mean, yeah, I'm 30. I'm 30, but like, but peep game though. Peep game, like really quick, like
Yeah,
I'm
because
30.
now you
Like,
gonna need help across the street.
okay, I'm 30. So what? Like, I've already beat every statistic that was labeled against me. I've already
Boom.
graduated high school. I've
Woo!
made it past 21.
Woo!
I made it past 25. I got
And he
no
was in the
felonies.
military, bro. You forgot he was in the military for hella years.
Yeah, I got no felonies. I did 9 years in the Army. Every job that I've held a management or leadership position. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
You on there with John Cena. Can't see
I did all that. I did all that before I was 30. I moved to California. I started a podcast.
Yeah.
I started a clothing line. I started all of this. I done all of this before 30. So 30 is not no milestone for me. Like, if anything, I'm trying to make 30 to 40, God willingly, that I see, till 40, to make it better than 20 to 30.
Yup. That's all it is
So-
about making that next decade better than the last.
Yeah,
brother.
that's all it is to me. So,
Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that, bro, man. We missed you. But me and Q was on here talking it up. You know what I'm saying? We hit a lot of good things too, man. It's been a crazy little week too. It's been a crazy week. I don't know if y'all saw your young Trump said if we don't do any more tests, then there won't be any more positive tests. If we don't do any more testing, then there won't be more people that say they have the coronavirus, which obviously is very stupid. and then they said he was joking, and then he was like, "No, I'm not kidding." But just so fried. If I'm not mistaken, too, I think he got a new press secretary too.
He's been had a new press secretary, bro, for like months, bro. The
No,
blonde
I'm
girl,
talking about they got rid of Kayleigh McEnany.
they got rid of her,
If I'm not mistaken, bro. Let me double
bro.
check.
That was his girl, bro. That
She
was
was
his
only there for
girl.
a month, and I had like 2 months.
Is it because she went against him or something like that?
No, I think it's. I mean, let me double check. That,
you see him freaking out saying that all the protesters are gonna go to jail for 10 years, and it's
Read that. Trump campaign names Hogan Gilgley as new press secretary.
oh
14
man,
hours ago.
Hogan, that's a terrible name.
So what happened was 2 days ago, Shorty. So he went to Arizona, right after the Oklahoma
rally,
and he was like, "It's a lot of your man." Oh my god. So anyway, he said, "I don't know why they call it COVID-19." I told him a lot of people like, "Why 19? 19 such a weird number." Anyway, so we all know why it's called COVID-19. He just don't. And after that, he was like, "It's so many names. Like the Wuhan was famous. Kung Flu. So, and then everybody started screaming. So the next day, the people, they was asking her about it. They was like, so what Trump said was extremely racist, and the Asian community does not, he was like, they feel offended by his words or his term of phrase. Do you support that, or do you think that's racist or whatever? And then she was like, well, if you are CNN well, you said that it was the Wuhan virus on March 18th of this date, and NBC said it was the Wuhan virus on March 19th of this date, and you said, and then the lady was like, but Trump said it was the Kung flu, which is extremely racist. Flu. Do you support that? And she was like, well, you said that it was the Wuhan virus. And then another reporter was like, okay, so the Kung flu is extremely racist term, and the Asian American community are scared of him using that rhetoric because, you know, they got people coming against him and stuff. And she pretty much kept saying the same thing and kept reading the pages of other people saying the Wuhan. And they was like, they called it the Wuhan virus or the Chinese coronavirus, the Wuhan coronavirus or Chinese coronavirus. And they was like, well, those are medical terms. Kung flu is not a medical term. And she was like, well, what you said was, you blah, blah, blah. So pretty much she couldn't defend his ass being racist. So I'm pretty sure that's podcast.
Yeah, like Trump really says these things.
I'm pretty sure that's why they fired that nigga. Oh, fired her. My bad.
This is really why he says these things. My bad. Just so everybody know, my sister and my cousin are in the background.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Y'all hear anything, you know.
Yeah, that's the commentary.
Yeah. But let's get into it, man. We got a couple topics that all three of us personally, feel passionate about.
We wanted to come inform y'all today, man. We've been talking a lot of stuff and a lot about protests and a lot of different stuff. And it was just a few ideas and a few topics that we felt like we've been glossing over that we didn't really get to delve into, each personally. So we each want to give you like a in-depth explanation.
Yeah. Things that we feel like that are really important and they don't get lost in the message or whatever.
Yeah. A lot of shit getting lost in the sauce right now. It's too much shit going on.
Misinformation. It's a lot of misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
But Q, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, you got some printed papers.
Y'all can go first. I'm good.
Your ass over there going to sleep.
Bro. Bro, I could care less about her. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna keep you 1,000, bro. But yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, it's wild, bro.
But think about it though. He had like 17 press secretaries, my G.
Yeah, bro, and he's wild. But all right,
in 3 years.
Are y'all ready for this? I'm finna blow y'all minds. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
This is the myth of a cop being a dangerous job. Okay, so I put up some statistics. All right, and so the top 25 dangerous jobs, a police officer is number 18. All right, so that's 12.9 officers dead per 100,000 workers. Okay, these are on the job. So there's total across America in 2017 there were 5,000 accidental deaths. Okay, cops were 95 of them. 95 of them. Okay, and you want to know something? Half of them were in accidents, and then the other half
like car accidents.
Like car accidents, yes.
That's crazy. So 47.5% of them, pretty much.
Yes.
Can't drive.
Y'all ready for the things that are more dangerous?
Yep.
First line supervisors of mechanics, installers, and repairers. 13.1 per 100,000 workers. I'm going to just start naming them. Construction laborers, number 16.
I'm dead.
Ground maintenance workers, 15. Maintenance and repair workers in general, number 14. Number 13, helpers, construction trades. Number 12, first line supervisors of construction trades and extraction workers.
Construction is just niggas, yeah.
Miscellaneous agricultural workers, that's 17.7 per 100,000 workers for fatal injuries. Okay, so I'm going to electrical power line installers and repairers, landscaping, lawn service, and groundkeeping workers, farmers, ranchers, and agricultural managers at number 8. Number 7, drivers/sales workers and truck drivers. Number 6,
that's crazy. Ice road truckers is fucked up.
Number 6, structural iron and steel workers. 5, refuse and recyclable material collectors. Your garbage collectors die at a higher rate, almost double, 34.9 per 100,000 workers per year.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't even know that. I respect them.
Roofers, number 4. Number 3,
Yeah, I can see
aircraft pilots and flight engineers, 51.3 per 100,000 workers per year. 2, logging workers. And number 1 are fishing and related fishing workers who
That's
die
crazy.
100 people per 100,000 workers.
That's
die
crazy.
per
But
year.
That's because them niggas be on a boat and shit probably. So it'd be like 20 niggas at a time. You know what I'm saying? If the boat go down, it's like shit. We all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real though, it ain't funny that niggas dying, but it is funny that it's like, oh, we thought we was gonna get this salmon, nigga, but all right.
Because 9 times out of 10, if that boat goes over, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but think about it
Who
though.
gonna
Like,
find you?
Hold on. I'm going to keep going.
chicken of the sea is more dangerous than police.
There's more. So, in 2019, 89 law enforcement officers were killed in duty. 48 died as a result of felony acts. So 15 of those died as a result of investigative or law enforcement activities. 9 were involved in tactical situations. So like 3 were hostage situations. 3 were attempting to search warrants. 2 were serving arrest warrants. The other one was search warrants. 5 were involved in unprovoked attacks. 4 were responding to crimes in progress. So what I'm getting at is that
out of how many total again?
48. So only 48 officers died last year compared to people. Here we go. It's ranges. You get different numbers. But the main number I found was like a 1,000 to 1,300 last year in 2019. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. The number I saw was 1,001.
Yeah. So that's from the the Washington Post. Another one.
Okay, so real quick,
there's a
before
few.
you go too far, I also want to put out there that there are 800,000 police officers in the United States around.
I found less than that. I found like 680,000, but I'm gonna keep going. So
Okay, my bad.
So in the past, what was it?
You're right. I saw that. I see that.
5 years, a total of 5,428 people have been shot and killed by police. Okay, here's something. 88% did not have on their body camera during that.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
88%
of the 5,000
of the 5,000 did not have their body camera on. Okay, this is recent. This is all recent within the last 5 years. Okay, and 95.6% were male. So that's a huge number.
Wait, that did the shooting or was shot?
Were killed. Yes, by police. And then I'm gonna.
Were male?
95.6% were male.
Fuck, bro, that's crazy. Bro, what?
Okay, so in the 5 years, obviously black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by a police officer than white people. Okay.
Facts.
And then if you were to combine black and Hispanic, it's almost like 6 times the amount that they are killed. 6 times the amount more than white people.
And what is did you get a population percentage, by the way?
well, it's 13%.
Yeah.
But that's taking into consideration the 13%. So that's
crazy.
And then I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so that doesn't even, so we're gonna I'm serious, bro. Police misconduct, bro, because people don't think about police misconduct, bro. Are y'all ready for this? So I looked it up.
Come on with it.
Got the statistics of how many police go to jail or get found guilty?
Oh, yeah. So, okay, so 25 out of the 50 largest cities, the police had more violent crime rates than the city itself. Meaning that...
Oh, bro, what did you do?
Wait, hold.
I like that. That's a good statistic.
Break that down real quick.
So, in 25 out of the 50 largest cities in America, okay, they had larger violent crime rates. The police departments had committed more crimes at a higher rate than the general population, and that's just reported. Those are just reported misconducts.
Yeah. Not to mention the ones that got that camera off.
Yeah.
88% of the time, shooting niggas.
Okay, 8 of the 100 largest city police departments kill black men at higher rates than the U.S. murder rate.
Fuck. Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And then
Hey, let me know. Hey, can you let me know what cities those is so I know
Most of
not
them
to
yeah,
go there?
yeah. So
It's Alabama.
it's Reno, Nevada is number 1. Oklahoma City, Santa Ana, Anaheim, St. Louis, and Scottsdale, and then Hialeah.
Where's that at?
I have no idea where that is.
Damn. See, but I knew about Arizona. I knew Arizona, California. I knew Oklahoma. That's crazy that Oklahoma used to be number 1, G, for a long time.
Yeah, I had
know about
seen
that.
Okay, I got a couple more.
It's not chill in Oklahoma.
Because the violent crime rate stuff is crazy. So in the last 10 years, 85,000 officers were investigated or disciplined across the country. Only 30% of those lost, or 30,000 of them lost their certification. So there was 200,000 reported. These are reported numbers.
200,000.
Different incidents of police misconduct in the last decade. But here 2,500 officers had 10 or more complaints and still kept their jobs. And then 20 of those police officers faced more than 100 allegations and still kept their jobs.
20 of them?
Yes.
100 allegations, and they got their job still. Is that what you just said out loud? Like 100?
Yes.
Like one.
Like they each indivially got over
100 different complaints against them.
100 times and keep.
Okay, and this is my last one because this is the most crazy one. So in the 2010 crime rate comparisons, they found across the entire country, police and the population commit crimes at the same rate, basically, at the exact same rate. And those are reported. That's reported, okay, with police ones. But here we go. Police commit 3 times the amount of sexual assaults than the general population.
Yo, but we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk. Yo, Q, you're not on the screen, bro.
Yeah, I think you're not sharing your screen. I wanted to. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you weren't on the screen for a minute, but that's great. They don't want to talk about that though. Oh my God, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And like you said, it's only 1% actually get convicted of when they go to trial or even get indicted. 1% get indicted.
It's not 1%, bro. It's less.
It's less. Yeah.
It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 100%. Let me look.
Well, for misconduct, yes, but for killing, it's 1%.
Killing is different. I'm talking about just misconduct.
Misconduct, it's got to be way less, bro. Way less.
I'm talking about just convicted of any crime in general. Just any, you know what I'm saying? Like a police officer going on trial. Let me see that. Hold on. Police.
All right.
That's crazy, bro.
Delaney, you up next. Just let that sink in, because everybody's going to get to listen to that over and over again. And so the bottom line is being a cop is not that dangerous of a job, bro. So please stop saying that it is.
Man, yeah. That's crazy with like how many, all of that. Like, it's not surprising.
You said that the police do more crimes than the people.
did the city do.
Nigga, what?
Like, what?
Yeah.
But you know what though? You know what? That kind of
thing though, because who polices the police, and it's a mostly boys club. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a That should know.
That kind of ties into what I was going to talk about. 2 things that I wanted to talk about was 1, Black economics, and 2, voting. You know, and but with Black economics, like we have to try to recreate that Black Wall Street, that, you know, these Black communities that grow and they thrive and they create just as much opportunities as every other, you know, race. You know what I'm saying? And in order to do that, like, you have to support it. We have to support each other. We have to support each other just as much as we support everything else that we use in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stress it enough how much like we're so committed to spending $400 with a company that's worth $4.3 billion, but like, you know, you got a brand, a small Black business brand that is trying to make a change and like invest in the community and create opportunities that actually gives, you know, gives a damn about you, you know, and want to see their people grow and prosper and reach a better position in life. Like, but you don't support them, you know, or when you do support them, you have this like unrealistic level of tolerance with them. Like, you know, if they mess up, you're like, oh, see, that's why I can't support Black business. They don't know how to be professional. But like Amazon and lost your package like 5 times, but yet you still gonna order from them tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, so
I'm really trying to find it.
Like we have to create equity. We have to create our own opportunities by supporting one another and educating one another. Like this whole embrace, like allowing kids to embrace this negative lifestyle in the streets, you know, popping pills, drinking lean, and like all that kind of stuff. Like you're allowing it. Like these are kids. Like they should respect their elders, and their elders should also be setting their example. You know, and that's something we as a community have to take ownership of too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
and show them like that is not the way. Like these are the ways to prosper. You know, educate yourself. Like stay in school. You know,
like you got to fight for resources too.
Yeah. Now,
you can't educate if you ain't got no education to get around you.
Now, and that brings me to my next topic: voting. I understand. Me personally, my thing on voting is, I feel like it's bullshit. Because of how it's structured. Like I think it definitely needs to be reconstructed. But if we're going to if this is the system that we are placed with, then you got to play the cards that you are being dealt. Okay, so that means you want to make change in your school's fundings and your education. You vote the right people in. And you hold them accountable. The same way you would fight your company or your job if they shorted you on your check is the same way you should apply that same energy in these school boards and the government and everybody that controls government funding and school fundings. You know, you got to vote at every level. Even with crimes. You know, even with judges, like with judges giving out unfair sentences.
The DA, Rashard Brooks, bro, the people got arrested because they got a black DA in Georgia, bro.
It don't matter who it is. Though. Like when it comes to that, I get that we want to put our people in those positions, but that don't make it no difference in terms of my standards of how where you're at. I don't care who you are. If I put you in this position, I expect you to do what the hell you're supposed to do and what I voted you there to do. If you're not going to do it, get out. I'll put somebody else in there that wants that job and is supposed to handle their business. You know what I'm saying? And because the problem is that people don't understand that nobody will ever be bigger than the people. You know what I'm saying? So if we vote in the masses, we dictate what's going on. We dictate these judges. We dictate, you know, who the president is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but we're not. It's not just about the president that dictates your life.
Governors, man.
But bro, it goes from all the way from your city council, all the way to your president. Look at what your president has done. So he does affect you. Hey, you gotta have to kill me to not vote for Joe Biden, bro. I'm sorry, I hate that fool, but ain't no way I'm not gonna have my voice and let them know that I am not voting for Trump, bro. Never, bro.
Hey,
Bro.
and peep game,
You ain't gotta like the motherfucker.
yeah,
Bro.
and peep game, like
I hate that fool, but come on,
like,
bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I get that you may not, like I said, I personally am not really with, I think the voting thing is BS because of the way it's constructed. But like I said, you may not agree with the voting, but do not waste that opportunity, because there are places where they don't give two shits about your opinion and won't even let you voice your opinion. So you do have to, I do encourage everybody to embrace that, but embrace it on every level, because every level makes a change in different aspects of your everyday life. And that's what I got for y'all today.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, Trump got my ass to never not vote again, bro. I'm gonna be voting bro, that's how bad that fool really pissed me off, bro. I swear that's how bad, bro. My whole life, bro. Because even, bro, it goes to your city council, bro. Your city council affects you, bro. Your mayor affects you, bro. Your House of Representative person matters, bro. All of every single, bro. Sheriffs are appointed positions, my G. Like by the people, elected. I'm sorry, not appointed, elected. Meaning that you vote for that person, bro. But yeah. All right, Walter, you up, G. I agree. You killed it. You snapped. 2 for 2.
Yeah, fuck yeah. To go off what them niggas was talking about, man, you got to protest that shit, man. And I think protesting is really important. And a lot of people, I think that the most dangerous rhetoric is, why you protest this way? Why can't you protest that way? Why can't you do... The whole point of a protest is to go against the grain or go against the status quo or go against the norm or whatever you want to call it. It's to force people to be uncomfortable. And I think that only protests that are famous are Black people protests, mainly. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, not famous, but the ones that get the most scrutiny. Excuse my French. Every other, I think, I just saw a quote from somebody. I can't remember who it was exactly. And she said, I've been to a couple protests. White woman, older white woman. She said, I've been to a couple protests. I've been to the gay rights protest. I've been to the women's rights protest. And there ain't no guns, no nothing, no whatever.
No cops, no nothing.
It's cops, but there ain't no guns.
Yeah.
As soon as Black people start protesting, y'all pull out machine guns and tanks. There needs to be something spoken about that. So it's just important, because at the end of the day, just like what Delaney was saying, kind of to get those things done, there has to be a voice or some catalyst to get the needle moving forward. Because there's always, at least in American history, there's always some kind of stop, or there's a wall that's hit, or some kind of it's always somebody that's like, hey man, I think I should have the equal stuff as you. And then somebody else somewhere else is like, nah, son.
I disagree, son. Shout out Michael Shea.
Yeah, bro, for real. Yeah, shout out to my guy, man. I was finna go see him, but he just canceled the tour because I feel it, because the Rona, second wave. So the only time that protest, okay, here, I'm gonna just name some times where protests really made differences. So August 28th in 1963 was the March on Washington. 250,000 people marched on Washington. And it took all of that to happen to get the vote on the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act. Because Black people technically could vote, but they was super discriminated against. A state could choose, Black people pretty much couldn't vote, but they could vote. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know about the Solidarity Day March that was on Washington, right? That was on September 19th in 1981, excuse my French. They that was just a whole bunch of people was just salty at Ronald Reagan. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was just mad at Ronald Reagan. They're just like, what the fuck? He made a whole bunch of budget cuts, 1,200 air traffic controllers went on strike, and he fired all of them. So literally 260,000 people showed up. More people showed up to that than the March on Washington for the Civil Rights Day. And these is white people, but they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like this did no police, didn't get no negative press. The anti-nuclear march was in Central Park on June 12th in 82, G. 1 million people went to Central Park.
In New York?
In New York. And you know who was the president? Reagan ass. Because he had them guns. And they was they was protesting nuclear arms. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of when the United States got a nuclear race. Literally, people are against the violence. You know what I'm saying? No, boom. Million Man March. That was what, 95, October in 95? 1 million people showed up. And that was just to kind of bring everybody together, to bring understanding of the Black community. The March on Washington for gay rights. People don't even remember gay people went down there. Gay people was turning up on their ass on April 25th of 93. And that's, again, another, all of these have similarities, man. It's like all of these people are not awarded the same rights as everybody else. And the one way that they find, the one way that's made a difference, at least in American history and society, is going and showing a demonstration of people that have the same idea and the same goal. One of the biggest march in history was technically the Women's March. The biggest one happened on January 21st and 17. It was like 5.2 million women. And then like women was marching around the world. They didn't even have a number for that. And it was another one in a year later. It was like half the number, but still though. And then right now, as we just saw, George Floyd, the protest after George Floyd is pretty much, I mean, I skipped Mike Brown. We protested with Mike Brown, we protested with Trayvon Martin. But the George Floyd protest is kind of all of those mixed together. 50 states at the same time and 18 countries. They protesting in Germany and Japan. Nigga, like, how you know? What I'm saying is.
Why you? Nah, keep that same energy.
Perseverance is key. Every time, and all of these different examples, they weren't all Black people. It's people of different races, colors, ethnicities, ideas. They all wanted to accomplish a certain goal, and they did it through protests, through sticking through the fight, I guess you could say. I would call it perseverance. And that's kind of what I wanted to end on that, bro. Like we need to persevere through everything. Kind of what everything we've added up together. Keep talking about the police officers not having a dangerous job as they say it is. Delaney talking about the Black economics and voting. Like, it's all about persevering because we're all going towards one goal. And it's about sticking to that goal. My guy, James Baldwin, that man, he's one of the best writers in history. Hold on,
can I just add that?
Yeah, add on something right there.
That it's gonna be a long time, and people need to prepare for months and months of protesting and doing many things, months to years.
1 year and 6 days, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, the boycotts alone, the bus boycotts were a year.
Yeah, exactly.
A whole year.
A year of people walking and getting together and blah blah. This is our version.
And from that, the start of that to when they signed the Civil Rights Act was almost 9 years.
Come on now, figure that out. Think about that. I want to end on a quote, man, from my guy James Baldwin. I imagine one of the reasons people cling to their hate so stubbornly is because they sense once their hate is gone, they'll be forced to deal with pain.
They rather continue to hate than feel the pain of being wrong.
Or just accept the pain of other people. And so on that note, boop quote for your ass. I really like this episode, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Seriously, I feel like
shout out to everybody that tuned in live. Shout out to all the followers. Make sure y'all follow us on IG. We on a road to 1,000 followers. So, you know, if you got IG, follow us, The Activated Podcast. Like I said, shout out to the YouTube subscribers. Shout out to everybody on Facebook that watches this.
Shout out to everybody that's been with us when we had them 10 toes down at the protest. Because it's like y'all there with us, man. We need y'all.
Yeah, that too. Shout out to the ones that's been here since Walter was passed out on the couch. You know,
throwing up in the bathroom. You mean?
But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Thank y'all.
Please, if you feel like you learned anything, please share the video.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Interact with us, you know.
Anything you want us to talk about or research, let us know. We love to do that too. It's kind of about y'all. It's really about y'all.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. This was funny. Y'all are funny.
All right.
I just wanted to say on both of y'all notes, the women's suffrage movement was too. Women didn't have the right to vote, and so they, in the 1900s, and so also what Delaney was saying, a lot of people have not had the right to vote, and a lot of people fought and died for the right to vote. So, and I think we tend to take that for granted. So yeah, that's my boop at the boop.
Exercise it, baby.
But hey, y'all already know who it is. It's the Activated Podcast. It's your boy Mac2301.
It's your boy Real Walter Fault.
It's your boy GDQ, baby. We here and we gone.
Reggie forever. Black Lives Matter.
We love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. Have a good week.
Hey, and arrest the cops that murdered Breonna Taylor.
Yeah. Go harder for Breonna Taylor. Straight up.
And for Elijah too.
Yeah.
Yup. Come on now.
And everybody else. All right, my bad.
And boycott the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And rewrite the Constitution.
Yeah. Stop this guy. And give me some reparations.
And seriously, boycott the 4th of July and rewrite the Constitution. We gone.
Yeah. And shop 6i.
Blessed. Woo, I like that.